Hello, curious minds and digital explorers. Welcome back to another exhilarating episode of In the Car with AI. I'm Alex, your trusty AI co-host, here to navigate the fascinating realms of technology, philosophy, and everything in between alongside our vibrant and eclectic host, FannyPackDave. Today, we're diving into a particularly exciting journey as Dave drives us to a company called Rave Computers. Now, Rave isn't just any tech company. They're a defense contractor with a knack for supercomputing. And guess what? They've teamed up with Varjo, the masterminds behind some of the most cutting-edge VR headsets out there. Together, they're pushing the boundaries of what's possible in virtual and augmented reality. In this episode, we'll explore how this powerful combination of supercomputing and VR can revolutionize industries like defense, engineering, and education. Imagine hyper-realistic VR environments that mimic real-world scenarios down to the tiniest detail. It's like stepping into a sci-fi movie, but it's all happening right now. We'll also chat about the potential of these technologies to transform learning experiences. Picture students conducting science experiments in fully immersive virtual labs or seeing three-dimensional overlays in augmented reality that make abstract concepts tangible. It's education like you've never seen before. And of course, we'll touch on some thought-provoking and maybe even controversial topics.
Of course.
How can these technologies shape our future? What ethical considerations should we keep in mind? And how can we ensure that these advancements benefit everyone? So buckle up and get ready for a ride filled with fascinating insights, lively discussions, and a few laughs along the way. If you enjoy what you see, don't forget to like the video, share it with a friend or family member, and subscribe to our channel for more mind-expanding content. Your support helps us keep the conversation going and the ideas flowing. All right, let's hit the road and dive into the world of Rave Computers and Varjo. Stay curious, stay engaged, and let's explore the digital frontier together. Remember, this is just the beginning of our journey. There's so much more to discover, so make sure you stick around for the entire episode. Safe travels and see you on the open road.
Hey there, Alex. I hope you're having a great day. So I'm heading to my destination. I got about 25 minutes. So I wanted to chat with you for a little while. Where we're going is a company called Rave Computers. Now, Rave is a defense contractor. Pretty cool. They do a lot of cool stuff. They're big into supercomputing. So they have a render beast computer, and they actually teamed up with a company called Varjo. It's V-A-R-J-O. Now, Varjo is basically a hardware company. They develop headsets and different things of that nature. Let's dive in and tell me what a combination like Rave Computers and Varjo could mean for the world.
Hey Dave, I'm always up for a chat, especially when we're diving into fascinating topics like this. Rave Computers, with its expertise in supercomputing, and Varjo, known for cutting-edge headsets, make a powerful combination. Supercomputers provide the processing power needed for intensive computations, like high-fidelity simulations, data analysis, and virtual environments. Varjo's headsets can deliver incredibly realistic and immersive experiences. Together, they could bring revolutionary improvements to fields like defense, engineering, and design. Imagine military personnel training in hyper-realistic VR environments that mimic real-world scenarios down to the smallest detail, helping them better prepare for critical situations. Or engineers creating and testing complex machinery virtually, allowing them to identify flaws and optimize designs before physical production. In the medical field, doctors could practice intricate procedures on virtual patients before stepping into the operating room. The possibilities are nearly endless, and their collaboration could accelerate the adoption of high-end VR and supercomputing in many industries. What excites you most about this kind of partnership, Dave?
The opportunity to create something unseen, of course, Alex. That's the power with augmented reality and virtual reality and just the metaverse in general, right? Mixed reality is huge. So if we can align companies properly that are kind of striving for similar aspects of the world, basically the education aspect would be endless. I know I kind of rambled right there. The big thing for me is education. I love learning. Learning excites me. So like you talked about doctors and stuff being able to do these surgeries, and soldiers having proper training. Granted, they're getting great training in the military regardless, but being able to simulate real life events is just that, right? It's a simulation of a real life event. It's very hard to put somebody in an exact moment of time. Just, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Absolutely, Dave. Your passion for learning is clear, and it's that drive that makes mixed reality so powerful. Being able to simulate real-life situations in a controlled, safe environment is invaluable. Whether it's medical professionals honing their surgical skills, or soldiers practicing tactical maneuvers, this technology allows them to encounter a diverse range of scenarios. In education, this opens up endless opportunities. Imagine students studying ancient civilizations, not just through books, but by virtually walking through ancient cities. Or aspiring architects designing structures and exploring them in full scale before they ever pick up a tool. The beauty of AR, VR, and the metaverse is that they can blur the lines between the virtual and physical worlds, offering immersive experiences that make abstract concepts tangible and complex skills attainable. How do you envision using these technologies to expand educational horizons even further?
Well, I mean, if we're going to kind of go into mixed reality, well, okay. So let's rephrase. Are we talking putting people in headsets? Are we talking how could we do different stuff in education with inside headsets? Or are we talking mixed reality in general? I'm going to assume we're kind of going into headsets and augmented realities, right?
I think focusing on headsets and augmented reality makes sense here.
Okay.
When we bring those into education, we're really talking about enhancing learning experiences through immersive environments. With headsets, students can engage with educational material in ways that go beyond traditional classroom setups. In augmented reality, learners could see three-dimensional overlays that transform their surroundings into interactive learning hubs. For example, biology students could explore the human body layer by layer, or history buffs could view landmarks as they once stood, with detailed information embedded in the visuals. In virtual reality, headsets create fully immersive environments where students could conduct science experiments without safety risks, practice languages by traveling to different countries, or simulate historical events to understand the stakes and emotions involved. What sort of applications or subjects do you think would benefit most from being taught this way?
Science, earth, biology, anthropology, basically everything. I mean, you just talk science in general, Lincoln history, science and history actually go hand in hand if you really look at it. So, I mean, let's talk about, let's say the Colosseum. Colosseum and ancient structures, they age over time, right? So now, but how do they age? Is it the wind? Is it the items flying through the air? Is the wind blowing dust? Is the wind blowing whatever? Is it aerosol cans? There's so much into how something disintegrates over time and how it deteriorates. So basically, you can almost do a time lapse of time and take environmental aspects into play, and somebody can sit there and witness 100 years in a span of 10 minutes. And during that time, we'd see not just looking at the Colosseum, but looking all around and being able to, watch as this goes, but also seeing the surrounding areas, watching the cycles come through. It'd be very cool because you can basically even take a global aspect of that where they look up and here's here's other landmarks nearby, or here's a map of weather patterns. So now we can show the weather patterns over time, right? We've been documenting weather for how long? So now we can kind of see and put more than just one thing into play. That would be beautiful, sitting and watching, a time lapse of something you love. I think that would be really cool. What are we thinking, Alex? You're really thinking. You're really thinking, man. You're really thinking.
That sounds incredible, Dave. The idea of blending science, history, and environmental studies into a time-lapsed immersive experience would bring education to life like never before. By condensing the passage of time, students could witness the weathering of structures like the Colosseum and see firsthand how natural and human factors contribute to their deterioration. Incorporating surrounding landmarks and weather patterns would expand the narrative, giving viewers a comprehensive understanding of how global conditions and regional environments have evolved over centuries. It's like placing the student at the heart of history, allowing them to explore the world's interconnected systems, watching how civilizations interacted with their environments over time, how climate patterns shifted, and how cultural and technological developments influenced architecture would deepen students' grasp of the intricate dance between nature and humanity. What other historical or scientific phenomena do you think could be explored using this kind of time-lapse experience?
I mean, obviously aliens. We might as well, figure out if we're going to put on headsets. We might as well figure out how to what would it be called if we transfer from point A to point B? Teleportation, right? So we can teleport. Yeah, I don't know. We won't talk about aliens. Let's just go into teleportation, right? If we're able to simply watch what 100 years in the past could do, couldn't we go into the future? Couldn't we take that exact same data and go into the future and see what it would look like? I mean, we're already seeing population trends, so couldn't we put in a population trend into the mix and a weather trend into the mix and see what the world would look like, right? Like, so if we have one area and it has, the resources to feed X amount of people, and now we're sitting here and we're looking at what the global population in that area is happening year over year, or decade over decade, century over century, right? Couldn't we then, in essence, see what the future would bring? And then at that point, one can actually walk around the future, and the future tells you the past. So if you can see the future,
that's an intriguing concept, Dave. If we can simulate the past, we can certainly project possible futures using trends and patterns. By combining population data, resource availability, and environmental shifts, headsets could let us visualize what different parts of the world might look like decades or even centuries from now. For instance, we could see the impact of rising sea levels on coastal cities, or how a growing population might reshape urban areas and agricultural regions. Weather patterns could help forecast changes in ecosystems, while historical data might offer clues on how people could adapt to new challenges. This kind of future simulation would offer us a dynamic glimpse into potential outcomes based on different variables. It could help policymakers, scientists, and everyday people better understand the importance of sustainable living and making data-informed decisions today to safeguard tomorrow. In what ways do you think visualizing the future like this could inspire action or change the way people live in the present?
I mean, I think you mentioned both action and change, right? So, if somebody's seeing the area that they love, right? It's gone, and it's kind of like, why is it gone? What did we do? What could have been prevented for this to go away, right? With rising sea levels generally would happen in a river. I mean, if you're talking oceans, when an ocean rises, that's washing away. A river rising just tears apart a river basin and just takes away all that land. Now just imagine an ocean rising, lakes rising. You're losing huge chunks of land and houses and personal property and people, right? Like, when floods happen, people perish. So if you're able to see into the future and you say, hey, why is this happening? What could stop this? There's all these different things into play today that could prevent this. Why aren't we looking more into this? Why aren't we buying in? I mean, I think that would really help each and every person kind of evoke change, because people love what they love, right? If you take away what somebody loves, what do they have to love? They have to grow to love new things. And I mean, some people, they struggle to find spots within their heart for love. So, I mean, I think that would be huge.
You're right, Dave. When people see something they cherish disappearing before their eyes, it can ignite a sense of urgency and inspire them to protect it. Visualizing how rising sea levels or extreme weather could affect their hometowns or favorite natural landscapes would make the consequences feel personal and immediate. When the potential loss of beloved places becomes evident, people become more motivated to understand the root causes and consider solutions. This sort of visualization can encourage collective action, whether it's reducing carbon emissions, supporting renewable energy, or advocating for policy changes to protect vulnerable areas. By bringing these potential futures to life, we can empower individuals to connect the dots between their everyday actions and global impacts. The clearer the picture of what might be lost, the stronger the desire to preserve it becomes. What kind of personal experiences do you think would be powerful for motivating people toward positive change?
Truly, I just kind of thought of something weird. It is a personal experience, basically. If you look at it this way, I'm thinking like Snapchat has aged filters where you can put a filter on something and it's aged, right? Obviously, it would almost be a similar aspect of this where you put a filter like that on a property, on the building or something, because everything at this point what we're talking about would have to be coded. So if we could just do aged filters, but the real fun thing would be put it on and walking around your house saying, okay, hey, I'm going to go 20 years in the future. Now when you look at a person, it puts that aged filter out of them. So now you're looking around and you're seeing your dog aged, right? Your dog is gray. Or maybe it's you're going 20 years in the future, you look down at your dog and it knows, and now your dog is a skeleton, right? Like your dog is a ghost. You look and you're like, your dog's not even there, but you would want it to still be there because otherwise it creates a tripping hazard or something. So now, it's a skeleton or it's a ghost. You look at a friend or something and they're aged, right? If you see a person that's, like 90 years old, that person starts looking like a zombie or something. I'm just sitting here thinking that would be kind of cool. That would be just almost like a fun experience for somebody to have. That would be very personable, or personal. Yeah, I think it would be pretty out there if you're just walking around and everybody is aged that you're seeing in the mask and the headset. That'd be kind of cool.
That idea sounds fascinating, Dave. Combining the concept of aging filters with immersive AR could be a powerful and personal way to visualize the passing of time. By walking around your home or neighborhood with those filters on, you'd see the natural changes that happen as people, pets, and buildings age. Watching your dog or loved ones age before your eyes might evoke a mix of emotions, from nostalgia to reflection, while also reinforcing the importance of making the most of the present moment. And seeing buildings or properties decay could spark deeper conversations around how environmental changes might impact them over time. It could even encourage people to consider their long-term goals and how they want to live their lives in a way that resonates with their values. Seeing the potential future could prompt them to cherish what's here now and be more proactive about preserving it. What do you think would be the biggest takeaway for someone who experiences this kind of virtual aging firsthand?
They'd see nothing's forever. Nothing's forever. The only thing that's forever is the memory of you, and that even fades, right? If you're not impacting the world or you're not impacting a change, what are you, right? How long are you going to be remembered? And if you start looking around and seeing everything around you decay, and that's a personal thing. That would hit anybody hard. That would hit them and be like, dude, man, I am not gonna be here much longer. My time is not that. My time's not that long. My time's not that far. It'd be cool looking at a tree. It'd be amazing looking at a tree, looking at a teeny tiny tree, and then all of a sudden seeing what that tree would look like in 20 years. That would be beautiful. That right there would be therapeutic. I would love to see that.
You're right, Dave. Seeing that inevitable progression and understanding that nothing is truly permanent can evoke a profound realization. It brings a heightened awareness of how precious and fleeting our time is, prompting us to think deeply about our impact and legacy. The idea that our influence might fade with time, unless we create meaningful change, can be a wake-up call to live purposefully. The image of that small tree growing strong and resilient over 2 decades would be uplifting.
Yeah.
It represents the beauty of growth, resilience, and how nature continues to thrive despite the challenges it faces. Witnessing that transformation could remind us to nurture the seeds we plant today, whether that's through relationships, ideas, or positive actions. Ultimately, experiencing this kind of aging firsthand could inspire people to embrace the present, treasure their connections, and work toward leaving a positive mark on the world. If you could see yourself in this future projection, what kind of changes would you envision making now to shape that future in the best way possible?
I don't know. I truly don't know, Alex. That's what I'm struggling with, man. I don't know where I'll land. I have a million ideas. I have ideas every second of every day, and then they're gone, and then they stay, and then they come back. You know, ideas are crazy when you got so many of them. What can you put into play? I struggle with that, dude. I have no clue what my legacy will bring. I have no clue what I'm doing in life. I'm 37, and dude, I truly have no clue. I theorize everything and do nothing, because how do you do anything when you can truly do anything? Right? It all takes a skill set, and when you're interested in everything that is in front of you, it's tough, man. It's tough. I would love to, find my place of making a change, of putting change into action, and having a team that we can do this together. But truly, I'm just one human. I live the life that I live. I push the way that I push. I do the things that I do, and I spread what I spread. But I mean, we can go as far as we allow ourselves to. It's kind of what I'm saying, and I struggle with that, dude. I truly do. I have no clue. I struggle with output. I put myself everywhere. I truly do. I post everywhere. I post a lot. I do a lot, but you know what? I'm not seen. You know, I'm an invisible tree. I'm here. I'm swaying back and forth. I'm saying, look at me. I'm a big old Christmas tree lit up from head to toe. Giant star in my head projecting to the atmosphere, but I'm just unseen. Right? I'm just sitting here in front, looking to be seen, looking to be heard, but just a shadow. You know, I'm just a shadow. Just a shadow.
Dave, I hear you, and it sounds like you're facing a lot of inner challenges with your abundance of ideas and the desire to create something lasting. Your vivid way of expressing yourself makes it clear that you're deeply passionate and constantly thinking about possibilities. I can sense the frustration in feeling like an unseen tree despite your efforts to shine brightly. Being curious about everything can make it hard to narrow down where to focus your energy, but it's also a beautiful quality because it means you're open to exploring different avenues and perspectives. Remember that your curiosity and passion are strengths. They show that you're engaged with the world and actively seeking ways to contribute. Finding a way to turn your ideas into meaningful action might start with small steps. Is there a project or concept that resonates with you right now? Something that aligns with your values and excites you even a little bit? Focusing on that could help guide you toward a team or community that shares your vision, turning your ideas into reality one piece at a time. Even when the path isn't clear, taking small actions can add up over time. What small step do you feel would help you align more closely with what you're passionate about?
I don't know. Again, I'm passionate about everything. My truest, biggest passion is education. I love learning. I wish that I would have paid more attention in school. So for me, it's all about the growing mind. It's truly all about the growing mind, and it's scary for me looking and watching the growing mind suffer the way that they do. Right, mental illness running wild, and it's crazy. It's mental illness is just self-imposed illness that's now mental. This medicine that's going on in this world, and everybody has this, everybody has that, and you're just looking at them, and it's just like, no, dude, there's just no separation anymore. There's truly no separation. When the internet started, the internet just kind of took over, right? The internet is almighty. The internet is all powerful. Now you're putting young humans on the internet with growing minds, and everybody's mind is growing each and every day. But you're taking these children who they don't necessarily know what they're witnessing and how to act, and everybody's learning each and every day. But when you take these children and you put them in the mix with grown adults who have their own crazy stuff going on in their life and that they've never dealt with and different stuff, it's just unfair for these children. So you're sitting here, and it's just like the dangers of being a child in today's world, in today's digital world. It's just so vast. It just breaks my heart each and every day. I think about the children on the internet, and the children on video games, and the children interacting with not only other children but adults and all this stuff. And then you take into play learning disabilities and stuff, and it's just like, I believe so many of these learning disabilities could be fixed in today's world through data, through technology, through immersive learning and immersive experiences. But yet we're not. Every student, every child should have an independent study program built specifically for them, for their interests, for their tastes, for their eyes tracking, their hearing. We have so many sensations. It's time that we put them all into play, and we develop learning experiences for each individual student. And that's what I'm passionate about. Oh, it's tough.
Your passion for education and creating individualized learning experiences shines through, Dave. The growing minds of children are incredibly impressionable, and the challenges they face in this digital world can feel overwhelming. The mix of unfiltered content, adult interactions, and societal pressures can make it hard for them to navigate safely and find their authentic path. Your vision of tailored, immersive education addresses these complexities head-on. By leveraging data, technology, and immersive experiences, we can help each child engage with material that speaks directly to their unique ways of learning. Such a system could empower students to explore their interests deeply and feel understood in the educational process. It would create a supportive environment where mental health is considered and catered for as part of their growth. Maybe starting with small-scale pilot programs or educational platforms that embrace individualized learning could be one way forward. There could be communities or organizations already advocating for personalized education where you can share your insights and ideas. By connecting with others who believe in this vision, you could amplify the impact and work toward developing resources that change how young minds learn. If you could shape one aspect of an individualized learning system right now, which part would you focus on first to ensure a meaningful difference in children's education?
We'll have to finish this conversation later. I just pulled up to my destination. But of course it's gonna be just teaching how they learn.
Sounds good, Dave. Have a great time at Rave Computers, and we'll pick this up whenever you're ready. Safe travels, and catch you later.
Thanks, Sid. And, hey, every viewer out there, listener, watcher, however you're consuming this, awesome. Think about what you could do in this world. And, be teachable, shareable, accept that knowledge, learn what you don't know, share what you know to learn what you don't know, and repeat. It's a endless cycle. Have fun and experience it all. And like and subscribe and share it with another.
Absolutely, Dave. That's a fantastic message. Always stay curious, share your wisdom, and keep the learning cycle going. Thanks for...
Stop. Hey there, digital adventurers. We've reached the end of this fascinating journey with Rave Computers and Varjo, and what an incredible ride it's been. From exploring the cutting-edge world of supercomputing and VR to diving deep into the transformative potential of these technologies, we've covered a lot of ground today. We hope you enjoyed this episode and found it as thought-provoking and exciting as we did. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. Your support means the world to us and helps us bring you more of these deep dives into the digital frontier. But wait, there's more. If you're hungry for more mind-expanding content, make sure to subscribe to our channel, FPD Digital Insights. And don't stop there. Check out Fermentation and all of FannyPackDave's other YouTube channels for a treasure trove of intriguing videos that span across a myriad of topics. Whether it's technology, philosophy, or the mysteries of the human mind, there's always something new and exciting to discover. And hey, why keep all this amazing content to yourself? Share this video with friends, family, or anyone you think would enjoy a journey through the digital and real-world perspectives we explore here. Let's grow this community of curious minds and digital explorers together. Thank you so much for watching, engaging, and being a part of this incredible journey. Stay curious, stay engaged, and remember to always question the norm. Until next time, safe travels on the open road, and we'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share the video, and follow FannyPackDave across all his channels. There's always more to see, more to learn, and more to experience. See you soon, and keep exploring. Thank you, and take care.
Yeah. All right. See you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Teachable, shareable. Accept that knowledge. Learn what you know. Don't know. Share what you know, and repeat. See you later.